Okay, so it says our meeting is streaming live now. So you should be able to go, I'm going to turn my volume down on my phone. You should be able to go on my page and hit the share button onto your page now. Because I see us. Yeah, I see us. So we are on live right now.
Okay.
You see it?
Nope, I don't see it.
I'm just tagging you now. You should see it now. See it?
I got something. Yep, I got it.
Okay. You should.
Okay.
You got it?
Got it. Got it.
All right. So anyone who's watching on your page, we're asking you to hit the share button. Let me just do my quick introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Kitty London, host and creator of the People of Power Show. And every week I sit down with movers and shakers, CEOs, entrepreneurs, some celebs, but basically people who are doing amazing things. And I always ask, sharing is caring, especially when it comes to people who are entrepreneurs and they're up and coming, they're doing amazing things. I always ask people to hit the share button because we know, especially in media, it is not cheap to advertise. Right now, we are able to push companies through by the share button. Just sharing is caring. Even if you don't like me, it's not about me, it's about my guests. I always say that. So again, please hit the share button. And we ask you to be involved and engaged. If you have any questions, concerns, or just want to give, him a shout out, please do that. All right. So welcome. I know you got it under MOOR Global and AKA Flyguy Broadnax.
Right.
Right. But we'll start off with just a little history, and I want to just thank you for joining me this evening. Welcome to the People of Power Show. This is your first time with me, and I'm sure it probably will not be the last. You're doing amazing things. I see all the shout outs that you're getting, so I want to kind of know more about this MOOR Global. But before we get into that, let's get to who you are. I always like to start with the born and raised, so the mic is yours right now.
Okay, my name is Jason Broadnax. I'm from Delray Beach, Florida. Grew up in South Florida. Did some time. My dad was in the Army, so I did some time overseas growing up. So, living abroad in a sense is not something that's fairly new to me. Like I said, grew up in South Florida, and just seeing a lot of my friends who are Haitian and are Jamaican, even Puerto Rico is still, part of the United States, but living in the other islands, I would see a lot of my counterparts, associates, having homes that, people here in America could not afford. And a light bulb went off to me in just traveling the world. A lot of people, just letting everyone know that I used to work for the airline industry, did some time there, and using my flights, going to different places, just seeing the world. And another indicator for me was how much my dollar, ran just going abroad. Like $100 in Ghana is like $500 something. In Brazil, $100 is like 500 and I want to say $8, something like that right now. So your money goes a long way. That's something that I would definitely like to share.
So as I hear your introduction, let me just make sure. And hello, Stephanie. The exchange rate is high. That's what she says. The exchange rate is high. Stephanie is one of the viewers. And again, if you are watching the show, please make sure that you hit the share button. And just like I said, engage with us. If you are a person that loves to travel, I'm sure that you will understand a lot of the language that Jason is speaking tonight. I personally have not gone anywhere outside of the United States. I know. Oh wow, really? You haven't? No, I have not. I am working on my passport
Gotta
because
get it. Gotta get it.
I do need it for my media pass, so I'm working on that as well. But what I'm and just kind of correct me from what it sounds like you're saying is even at an early age you were introduced to other lifestyles abroad. You were, you saw different countries, and especially with being a flight attendant or on the airlines, you see a lot. You're not there a long time, but you see enough to say, ooh, I kind of like it here. And when you're talking about the currency, so what was the, I would say, I always like to say like the epiphany or the light bulb, because you were a military brat, what they call it, right? Military
Military brat. Yep. Yep.
military brat. And then of course then you're in Delray. So we know, I mean, no shade to Delray. Delray is Delray. Delray is
Yep.
another city in Palm Beach County, right? So, nothing too fancy in Delray. So what was the like then saying, I want to start being in the airlines? Because that one, you can't be scared of heights. See, I'm scared of heights. I think that's why, Jason. I think that's why I'm like not so big on travel. I'm like, if a bus can't take me or a car can't take me, I don't know about going up, being in the air for like 12 hours. And, you've been there.
Been there.
What was the travel? What was the thing like for you to want to start traveling, dealing with the airlines?
I mean, I just love it. I love a big part of who I am is culture. I'm really big on culture, just things that you have not learned or just learning other people's culture. Food, I'm a big guy. I love to eat. So if I can't really see myself eating it, I can't go. That's my motto.
Well, I'm like that too. Yeah. Sorry, China.
Honestly, I fell in love with Brazil the very first time me and my wife traveled there. We went to a couple of restaurants. I have a tour guide there now, but just the overall reaction and the embracement of how people treated us when we were there. We were really accepted. And a police officer came to me and he just like was overly friendly. So I'm like, what's going on? And he kind of had something that he told me that stuck with me. He said, you guys in America are the new day kings and queens. And I didn't get it, So he took us to this little restaurant or whatever, and we paid, and we're looking at the bill like all this money, but we only spent like maybe $40. So again, a light bulb went off. So that's what really made me grasp this whole concept. So it's something that had been happening over time in little ways, but that was my big moment.
So you basically said, honey, we gotta get our people onto this. We gotta get our people onto this fancy living in other places, these other cultures who are living differently, sometimes living better, because sometimes it's not just about money, because it doesn't take a lot to be happy, right?
Exactly.
I saw your promo video. Kudos to you. The young lady who's walking. Now that's one thing. I'm not like a beach person, but I can appreciate the beach, if that makes sense. You're not gonna catch me really in the water, Jason, but on a cool evening, you might get me in the sand and you might let the water go to my ankle, and that's it. Like that's enough, right? And I personally love to see whatever is in the water. So those are clear water. So I know Stephanie is from Nyland. She'll tell the clear water. I love the clear water. Like that's me. So now that you're like exposed to all this, you said, I want to create a company that's going to help other people. Because you're taking it to another level now. You're not like a travel agent. You're taking it to where people can buy property and have houses, and right? Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
This is well, I got into more of the whole real estate thing, right? So I'm telling people all these great stories, like, hey man, I got apartments for $40,000, but another light bulb went off. I can tell all these great stories, but if you've never seen it for yourself, it's just another story. So that's what really made me take the company and kind of change it around to make the tourism. And I feel like you look at any of these islands, the main thing that they bring to the table is tourism, right? What's this? I tell people all the time, a lot of people don't even know like Dominican Republic and Haiti are on the same island. The only thing that really separates them is the tourism. So what if we change that narrative of going to Haiti and building up Haiti, you know? And I feel like what I'm trying to bring to the table is showing we are the kings and queens. We can really change a lot of these places overnight. You know, I mean, it's a process, but in a sense, changing them overnight. And the tourism, like I said, you bring the tourism, you bring the people, let them put their feet in the sand, like you're saying, you know, and let them have the same experiences that I had. You know, when I was in Brazil, I ate collard greens and oxtails, and not knowing, I'm looking at all these different Black people, not knowing that there's actually more Black people in Brazil than there is America. A lot of people don't know that, you know, but that's something that just by traveling, I found out.
So introduce the viewers who are going to be watching now and in the future when they're like, okay, I see the name MOOR Global. What is MOOR Global?
MOOR Global, MOOR Global is a platform where I'm really taking economics. You know, it's really building economics from point A to point B, and point B could really be wherever you see fit. It's tourism. It's really, instead of us going to Paris and going to London, and I'm not knocking those places, but what about Africa? You know, it's some of the most beautiful scenery, beautiful places that you can imagine. And again, it's a part of our culture. So that's something that I'm really trying to show the world.
Now that because I was going to say, now that I mean, we're still kind of in a pandemic, but you know, the world is slowly opening back up, and I'm sure, you know, when it hit, you're probably like, oh God. I mean, because you know, the whole thing is travel, right? So a lot of places we're not allowing people in, and now that we are slowly going back, so I'm sure that you are like in full throttle. So would a person of, let's just say, for example, you know how like people get money, right? Or they have a come up or whatever you want to call it, and they say, you know what, I want to invest in something. I just don't know what to invest in. I don't know whether to invest in stocks, whether to invest in real estate. It sounds like you would be kind of a person now of interest for people who are looking to now invest in something that they may not have known is a gold mine. Because what you're sounding like you're telling us is the average dollar, like, you know, I'll just give it, because we use 40. So I'll just say $40,000 in American money. And you can buy a lot, right? In some of the places. You're smiling because you're like
Absolutely.
So is that kind of like where you're taking people and you're teaching people how to get the property in these places that we're not even aware like exist?
Yes. I would tell any rapper that's going to buy these $100,000 chains and all that, man, look, take it off, put your money where you're going to actually see it. And a big difference, people tell me, okay, well, I do real estate, you know, There's a big difference between doing real estate here in America versus doing real estate abroad. For one, you can own a home here, right? Let's just say a cheap home. A cheap home in America, let's just say 200 some thousand, right? That's a mansion. That I've shown on my Instagram. I have a resort in Ghana on the beach for $215,000. So let's just think about that. And, you know, you're not paying the taxes like you have here in America. Like these places, you pay the principal. A lot of places, you know, different countries vary, but you pay your principal and you own it. So there is no grandma got put out, you know, because they snatched it up from her because the taxes were too high. No, it's generational property. So if you buy it, you own it. You can build a hotel on it. if
Right.
that's where it presents itself.
Now, I have Stephanie said, well, she said, a viewer says, Stephanie says, it all depends on the country and the exchange rate. And she's also saying, please look into Akon City.
In Senegal, yep. Yes.
Now, let me just play a devil's advocate real quick now. Oh, and let me just tell everybody, we found out where we are cousins.
We did recently. Yep.
Right? No, we're not being funny. I'm telling the truth, right? So let me just ask you something, because people want to know where their coins are going. So is because I'm listening to you and I'm like, okay, that sounds great. I love it. But like, who helps us with the legal work? Because like you're dealing with another country here, right? So it's like their laws and my laws might be a little different. And if I do, are you helping people walk through the legal process as well? Or you have a team that, just because like you say, you're dealing with another country and you would hate to say, well, that's my hotel, and they're like, no, it's not your hotel. I'm like, well, I bought the hotel. So,
and that's a really big thing. So I don't just go to any and every country, because let's be honest, a lot of places still have, you'll get strong on for your land. So if they don't have some type of structure and have structure for a long period of time, I really haven't looked into those countries per se. But yeah, I do have people on my team. I have a young woman named Liaz from Brazil. She's a Brazilian attorney. I have attorneys from Nigeria, from Ghana. And I also, another thing that I'm actually doing too is I have tour guides who are actually a part of, MOOR Global, in a sense, where they show people around. So if you're there for a week, you're going to get the real experience rather than the tourism traps. I hate those. You go in a certain place. Like we tell people back home, you can go to Miami, you can experience real Miami, or you can experience South Beach. It's a totally different experience. So yeah, I do have people in place that, help your investment.
I see you love Brazil. Obviously, you have some property in Brazil because you are like an advocate or ambassador for Brazil. So tell us like a couple of the places that you really, really like, would say you gotta go to and you gotta check it out. Brazil, I'm sure, is one of them. But
Brazil is definitely one. And, for me, Brazil has different landscapes. You have Salvador, which is, they call it like Black Atlanta. It's nothing but Afro-Brazilians. You have Fortaleza area. That's more compared, I would say is more compared to like Miami. But the scenery of it is really beautiful. I mean, you have mountains, you have jet skiing and sand dunes, sliding. It's crazy. But then, of course, Rio, where everybody is familiar with. But Ghana, I'm putting together a trip now. We're looking like late July, August, where people can actually go to Ghana. We're putting together something, a little small group because of COVID, I can't really do the whole big group, but we're putting together something now for Nigeria and for Ghana.
So it sounds like the best thing to do is, okay, so, you have some money that you want to invest, right? But of course, it's just like this, before you eat off any menu, you're going to look at the menu to see what's the best, thing on the menu. So you would suggest that people travel now, like, go to, let's say, Brazil. Go to Brazil, stay there for how long to kind of get a feel of the country? Is it like, do you do that like you test the waters first? Like do your tours, right? Do your tours, get kind of accustomed to the culture, because like you're buying, if you're planning on buying something, you want to make sure you know the culture. I would say even get some Rosetta Stone. I'm just thinking too, this language barrier, like I'm sure they have people that can translate.
I'm already above that, Kitty. We're actually implementing our own one-on-one language courses where it's something really basic, but you will learn maybe 100 words that you would need to know going to various countries. That's something that we are offering at MOOR Global also, having one-on-one courses with people who are from there. So yeah, we're definitely trying to step the game up.
So More global gives you more languages too, right?
More languages. There we go.
I like, because I'm thinking, like, I'm thinking ahead of it, and I mean, I love the concept, and you're onto something definitely, because again, we always think of, a lot of times people think of 561, they think of Florida, but I tell people all the time, like, it's so much more. And this is the girl who's never been out the country, right? But I still know that it's so much more. And you think of, I always say that, make a global impact, like, do things that are going to be globally impactful, because you can't just think about your backyard, so to speak. So the real estate now has changed. Your real estate game has changed. So you pretty much are elevating people to a whole nother level. So it's not about just buying real estate in Florida, going from Delray to Boca. You're talking about going from Delray to El Salvador.
Absolutely.
Right?
If you're into coffee, look, we can get you your coffee in Costa Rica. I was just on the phone with a young lady. She does PR, but she's trying to launch her coffee company. And she was like, hey, what about, doing something for like a coffee tour? So we're putting that together also. Look, the tourism for the countries that look like us are unlimited. Even Ghana also passed a marijuana, recreational marijuana, so you can actually grow agriculture. We all know places here in America kind of already started that process and kept us out. So, yeah.
Well, I want to give you kudos and just salute you real quick, because I think what you're doing is admirable, because a lot of times we come up, right? And we come up to a point, and then we maybe tell you a secret of how we're doing it. You know how many people come up and people are guessing, like, what are they doing? Are they doing fraud or what? I mean, because they're silent, moving in silence. So, not necessarily meaning that, the feds are coming for them, but a lot of people are doing things right now, right? That they're doing things, and they're doing things away from here. So when the money comes back, and they're able to, like, get houses now and cars, people are doing some pretty amazing things. And I just want to say that salute to you, because what you're doing, a lot of people would have kept secret for a while, right? They would have, bought like maybe 20 hotels in Ghana, right, and 10 in Brazil, and then you come back on your yacht and they're like, well, Jason, he ride around, and he's like, well, this man got he's like he's like the Monopoly guy over in all these countries. And it's happening, though. This is real talk. So you're putting people on early in the game to say, hey, I found this information out, guys and girls, right? If you have the money or you want the knowledge, I'm putting it in here, and I'm allowing you to take this trip with me on this ride, so we can kind of come up together. And this is not for everyone. I mean, I don't think any investment is for everyone, not a one size fits all. However, you are still allowing people in your backyard to say, let's play. Let's get this money together. So I want to salute you for that.
And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. A lot
of people won't do that. They'll have you guessing and talking and about to give them a sentence number, and and they won't say a word of how they're getting it. But I said a salute to you for that. And I think that's how we all come up, and this is how we create generational wealth. It's not a secret, because what's for you is for you, and what's for me is for me. And just like, we both agree that this game is not for everyone. One, you do have to have, I'm sure, some type of coins, right? You have to have something. But and also to be able to travel, like you have to have a passport, right? You gotta kind of. So I was going to ask you that too. Like, who is I'm sure everyone, but who is your ideal client? Like, for people right now to say, I want to do this for MOOR Global. Like, how do we have to come up to be able to play in this field?
And I've been talking to a lot of people over periods of time, and everyone was been trying to tell me, hey, Jason, look, don't go talking to your best friend about it. Go the accredited investors route. I really want to deal with the everyday people. I want to show a single mom who's barely getting by, look, instead of taking your income tax checks and blowing it on, unnecessary things, right? For the next 5 years, take that income tax check, come to me, and I will make your life change. That's an option. That's reality, or even her getting with her sister and their brother and something like that.
I was gonna say it doesn't have to be
it doesn't have to be a
solo, right?
Yep.
It could be a family, a joint venture.
Absolutely.
Because when you're talking about like apartment complexes or hotels and mansions, that can definitely be some people putting it in a pot and creating that.
There you go.
Empire.
Yep.
I love it. I love the concept. So the next trip you're planning in the next couple of months, and within about 2 months.
Like 2 months. We have my friend. His name's Samuel. We're going to go to Ghana. He has his own tour company, Gold Star Tours, and my friend Jabola in Nigeria. I am Travel Tours. Great guys. They're both on TripAdvisor, have won countless awards. So it's not like you just come into the airport with a guy with a sign. These guys are real, real deal. They do it every day. They love what they do. And those are the type of people that, have attracted MOOR Global.
What's MOOR Global's goals in the next couple
MOOR
of years?
Global goals is to really get people to have independence. And even if, like you said, it's not for everyone, but what's wrong with a vacation home? Having a vacation home somewhere where the next 6 months, you can do what you want to do, put an Airbnb or however, but just something that we all can have some type of getaway.
So would you say that, now, like I said, the world's opening up, because I know people were, like I said, real scared last year to even travel, right? Go anywhere. But for me, someone like me, you would suggest, I'm sure, for us to get out more, right? To explore the world, to see what other or how other people.
Hey, cuz we're going to get on the plane and we're going to go get your passport and we're going to go together.
I mean, I definitely, and that's a goal, really is. People know my government name is Kenya. So, for all my life, people was like, did you ever go to Kenya? Are you from Kenya? I'm like, no, never have I been to Africa. Never, and I'm sure that's a goal on my list. Paris is one, but like you said, you named them. Brazil. And again, I'm like you, like I have to kind of like this food. So I'm gonna have to like research before. That's why I said no China, no Thailand, nothing that ends with East. I'm just not, no. I need to have something. Now Jamaica, because I love Jamaican food. That's something that.
There you go. See, if you can't eat it, you can't go.
You can't eat it, you can't go. But again, like you said, now you're going into a trip having a business mind, and also not just going for R&R, but now you're going for maybe real estate and riches. Oh, that's a new R&R. Some real estate and riches, and thinking about places that you might say, hey, I may can buy something, and I may can invest in this, and I may can invest in that. So, I just, like I said, I love the whole concept, and I see the fire in you. I can tell that this is a passion of yours. And I love to talk to people, and I'm a good body language reader, especially when they're talking about a product or their baby, so to speak, which is AKA their company. You can tell people who are really enthused about it, and it's life-changing. Obviously, it's changed you and changed your vision, and you're bringing it now full throttle. So I want to say, congratulations and salute to you for that.
Thank you.
Anything else on the plate, Jason, that you would love to talk about?
Oh, on the plate, we're just ready for this whole COVID thing to kind of vanish. We had a big destination trip we were planning in Brazil again, but because of COVID, we couldn't do large groups or groups at all. So that kind of pushed everything to the side. But we have that coming. It's going to be for Fortaleza, Brazil. Like I said, about Ghana and Nigeria, those are coming also. And any information, you guys can check MOOR Global out on IG or MOOR Global on Facebook. And the website should be coming tomorrow. moorglobal.com.
And what I would suggest, just because, I'm in the production world, what
Okay.
I would suggest totally is, because a lot of people, of course, won't be able to join your next trip. And not because maybe they don't want to, just because sometimes things happen. Please make sure you guys, wherever you go, I don't care if it's Brazil, Nigeria, Ghana, as long as you get permission, please get footage, because footage is everything. People who are not able to actually physically go would love to see what you guys and ladies see there, because that can be an incentive to buy as well too, because we watch, people love Travel Channel, right? And it's like you actually now have a connection over there that we don't have, and to be able to see, like you said, these hotels that they have over there, and these houses and these mansions, and let us know. And American dollars, you can buy this for that. So please.
And you know what, Kitty, and that's actually my slogan: seeing is believing. And I don't want to make this one-sided, like we're just coming, buying up everything, because in reality, we also are bringing jobs, and we have a communication that's been lost over time because of other systems that played out. But the culture is a big win for all of us, for Africans, African Americans, Brazilian, Afro Brazilians. I feel like the bridges can be mended and can be won over, and that's something that we're really trying to do.
Any message before we leave? Any message? Because I always tell people, knowledge is power. People of power. Hint, hint, hint. Any message to people that you want to give them, just as just maybe some advice that people right now may need, and especially you can even tie it into what you're doing right now to kind of get our people up and start to move and do things, because we love to talk about things, but sometimes we're not the quickest to move. I'm not sure why that is. We complain about our situations, and we want to do this and we want to do that, but we never get on the train. Why do you think that is?
Right. I would tell everyone the time is now. We all see it. I don't have to point the black eyes that we all have taken in from being under our circumstances. But I started this company in the midst of COVID. I was able to go to Brazil by myself because I believe in a dream. And, like you said, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for everyone. And I really want everyone to know that if I can do it, we all can do it. And by all of us doing it, we create generational wealth for our children, and we deserve it. So let's do it. Let's make it happen. And seeing is believing.
I love that statement, but I'm kind of, I can't do the rock. I can't do the rock eyebrow. You used to hear people say, if I can do it, you can do it. And you think about that sometimes. You really think about that statement. I'm talking like on a cousin moment now. When you really think about that statement sometimes is the farthest from the truth. Because I always tell people this, right? You think about an athlete and someone says, oh, if I can do it, there's no way, excuse my friend, no in hell I can do that, right?
Look, I'm a father of 3 children. My son is going to 9th grade. I have a daughter in the middle school and one going to kindergarten. So things are tight.
Listen, you were selected to do that. Let me tell you, because it's a lot of things that people do that other people cannot do. And I know people say that as a hope for people. If I can do it, you can do it. I always just say this: if it's for you to do it, it will happen. Because you sometimes are the chosen one. No one else can do what you can do. You were selected to do it. You thought about it. And a lot of times people say, when you think about something that hasn't been done, it's for you to create it, right? So I tell people, don't wait, create. And I think that you did something that, people might have thought of doing and haven't, and you were the chosen one. So kudos to you. Carry the torch, cousin.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and continue to rise and continue to bring back the knowledge for your people, because it takes someone to go out. Like you said, you said a key thing, and I don't even think you realized. You said, I went out alone. I did it by myself. And sometimes we want to bring the village, but sometimes the village sinks the ship because it's too heavy for everyone else to go. So it takes that one person to go, come back, and give the village the education, and that's what you're doing right now. So salute to you for that. I thank you for that.
Thank you. I needed those words. No, and
it's true, man.
That's that cousin. But
yeah, but I used to use that too. And I said, sometimes I don't want to say it in an arrogant way. I don't want to come across as, I'm the mold and no one else can be me. But I do find that statement. A lot of people use it. If I can do it, you can. And I learned that's not true. It's not true. We can't be Michael Jordan. Right? If Michael Jordan said, if I can do it, we cannot do that. we were not destined to do that. That is not our assignment to do, right? But your assignment is to do what you're doing, and you will have a story. I would say 5 to 10 years from now, you will have a story about how you changed the course of people's financial, just the way they live financially. You open that door of exposure and showed other people how to make money globally. That's your task, your assignment, right? No one else.
I take that in. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's gonna start crying.
Huh? Did what now?
That wasn't me. That was my wife talking.
What she said?
You said you're gonna start crying. I'm not gonna cry. But it's your assignment. So I want you that. Now, we have to pray for your safety because, you're going across the waters. So keep him in prayer. Everyone who is watching him, everyone who watches his page, like I said, support him. Even if it's not, you can afford to dibble and dabble your funds. But I tell you, when he puts out a video, share it. Sharing is caring. So I want you to, like I said, walk away with final words. I always say, you have a superpowers. You're on People of Power. And I always tell people, my guests, that because you are on People of Power, you're a lifetime member. So if you want me to share anything that you have, I definitely will do that. But I want you to give people, someone says, oh, hey, Cutter. Apprentice says, lead the way, my brother. Yes, lead the way. And that's from Prentice the Mayor. Prince, I gotta ask you, are you is he going for mayor? I gotta find out. Hey, we've been speaking that in existence for a long time, and it's gonna happen.
Listen, I see the title. I'm just asking you. Yeah. So let me know about that, okay? Let me know about that. But yeah, I just would say, just keep focused. But yeah, give away a superpower. I always say that. So what I mean by that is there are many people that need something, and I'm not talking about anything, any monetary things. I'm not talking about anything physical. I'm talking about something you can give away spiritually to other people, a superpower. What do you think that people need right now? And you're giving this away to people who are watching the show.
People need foresight. I feel like people are living day to day, and sometimes they just can't. They always have their head down. Sometimes just picking your head up and being able to see those mountains ahead keeps you going. So foresight, that would be the superpower.
Let's receive that. Because we do see mountains, and we every time you look around, you're going to see another mountain and another mountain and another mountain. That's just life. But like you said, just keep on going through the valley.
There you go.
We'll definitely see it. But again, I want to thank you for joining me this evening. You're looking sharp. And anybody you want to give a shout out to? Any of your friends and family? I know Wifey's in the back. Got to give a shout out to Wifey.
Shout out to my wife, of course. She keeps me grounded and keeps me going. Shout out to my whole team. Chris Caesar. Prentice the Mayor.
I saw him. He was on here too.
That's the mogul. Let me rephrase that. Mogul, Chris Caesar. Got so many friends, man. Clayton, Olin TV. Olin, that's my boy. He definitely put me in the game. I got a lot of people that I know I'm gonna miss.
Yeah, I was loving you in Olin's picture. What was that? The Bentley? That was the
Bentley.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
No,
now.
that was the Rolls. That was a Rolls Royce.
To me, darling. It was the Rolls Royce. Okay. I knew it was some foreign car that was very, very, very nice and very expensive. But hey, I love it. I love it. We only live once, and we gotta do this thing right. So, like I said, kudos to you and
DMD
much
marketing,
success.
fast living. I can keep going, man. A lot of people kept me going. I just thank everyone. Everyone knows who they are. My circle's small, but I keep everyone close to me who cares about me. So my family also, definitely. That's it. And like Kitty said, share it. You see content, share it. Sharing is caring. It's free.
And that is a form of support. People say, no, listen, a share button is support. I'm telling you, it can go a long way. You never know whose page is going to end up on, and sometimes it's not even about you, it's about the person. And you may not be able to invest in a property, but you put it in the right group, you might have 10 people to say, you know what, I want to sign up for that. Thank you for that information.
And if you can't buy, there's no harm in going. You can still go on the trip and get another life experience. So, hey, let's do it. Thank you for having me.
Oh, and yes, how can people reach you? That's one important thing. I know you said the website will be up tomorrow.
It'll be up tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow. That's moorglobal.com. You can reach me, again, Facebook, my personal Facebook, that's Flyguy Broadnax, or my Gmail, it's moorglobal2020@gmail.com.
And when you get the website, just what we'll do is we'll re-edit the video, so that way it'll be on top of the video for contact. Okay. All right. So it's been fun. Did she say something else?
Thank you. People can. Can you see that?
See, wifey. Listen, say wifey. Listen, telling you, y'all. I don't know what y'all would do without us.
There you go.
All right, it's been fun. And again, just open your minds and open your eyes and travel. And like I said, contact MOOR Global for more information. Oh, I like that. For more information.
MOOR Global. Yes. There's no E.
No E. No All right. So make sure that you contact him, and hopefully everyone got to see it. I'm not sure if everyone got to comment, because I know sometimes it happens if we're not friends or you're not friends, but whatever, but it's open. So please, again, hit the share button so he can go more global after this show. All right.
Absolutely.
We'll talk soon.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Good night.
Night.